Hey everyone, I am Dr. Zara, a licensed psychologist, and welcome back to the Dream Psychology series. In this video, we all being exploring the chapter Dream Analysis Part 3. Every detail, even the smallest one, can hold psychological significance. The group of dreams to which the last two mentioned belong, having a content, the death of beloved relatives, will be considered again under the head of typical dreams. I shall be able to show by new example that in spite of their undesirable content, all these dreams must be interpreted as wish fulfillment. For the following dream, which again was told me in order to deter me from a hasty generalization of the theory of wishing in dreams. I am indebted not a patient but to an intelligent jurist of my acquaintance. I dream my informant tell me that I am walking in front of my house with a lady on my arm. Here is a closed wagon of waiting. A gentleman step up to me, gave his authority as an agent of the police, and demand that I should follow him. I only asked for time in which to arrange my affairs. Can you possibly suppose this admitted? Do you happen to know upon what charge you were arrested? Of course not. I must admit, do you happen to know upon the change you were arrested? Yes, I believe for infanticide, but you know that only a mother can commit this crime upon her newly born child. That is true. And under that circumstance, did you dream what happened on the evening before? I would rather not tell you that. It is a delicate matter, but I must have it. Otherwise, we must forego the interpretation of the dream. Well, then I will tell you, I spent the night not at home, but at the house of a lady who meant very much to me. When we awoke in the morning, something again passed between us. Then I went to sleep again and dreamed. What I have told you, the woman is married, yes, and you do not wish her to convince a child. Now that might betray us. Then do you not practice normal Scottish? I take the precaution to withdraw before education. Am I permitted to assume that you did the trick several times during the night and that in the morning you were not quite sure whether you had succeeded? That might be case. That then your dream is the full fulfillment of a wish. By means of it, you will secure the assurance that you have not begotten a child, or what amount to the something that you have killed a child. I can easily demonstrate the connecting links. Do you remember? A few days ago, we were talking about the distress of Miromati Honnet and about the inconsistency of permitting the practice of courtesy as long as no premeditation takes place, while every delinquency after the ovum and the semen meet as a focus is formed is punished as a crime. In connection with this, we also record the medieval controversy about the moment of the time at which the soul is ready locked in the forts. Since that time which the soul is really locked in the focus, since the concept of murder becomes admissible only from that point on. Doubtless you also know the humorous poem by Lama, which puts infanticide and the prevention of children on the same plane. Strangely enough, I had happened to think to Lonua during the afternoon, another Bennett to think of Linua during the afternoon. And I shall demonstrate to you another subordinate fulfillment in your dream. You walk in front of your house with the lady on your arm, so you take her home instead of spending the night at her house. As you do in actuality, the fact that wish fulfillment, which is the essence of the dream, disguised itself in such an unpleasant form, has perhaps more than one area from my essay on the etiology of anxiety neurosis. You will see that I not interrupted kutos as one of the factors which cause the development of neurotic fear. It would be consistent with this that I after repeated combination of the kind mentioned, you should be left in the uncomfortable mood. A young physician who had heard this dream of my colleague when it was told must have felt implicated by it, for he hastened to initiate it in a dream of his own, applying its mode of thinking to another subject. The day before had ended in a declaration of his income, which was perfectly honest because he had little to declare. He dreamed that an acquaintance of his came from a meeting of the tax commission and informed him that all the other declaration of the income has passed uncontested. Likewise recalls that story of the young girl who was advised against accepting the usurper because he was a man of quick temper who could surely treat her to below after they were married. The answer of the girl was, I wish he would strike me. Her wish to be married is so strong that she take into bargain the discomfort which is said to be connected with monetary and which is predicted for her even raises it to a wish. It is not all easy in the case of demonstrate the fulfillment of a wish, but in cases of this kind there is a section of problem, the solution of which help also to solve the first. Where does she get the word which she put in my mouth? Of course, I have never told her anything like that, but one of her brother, the very one who was the greatest influence over her, has been kind enough to make this remark about me. It is then the purpose of the dream that this brother should remain in the right way, and she does not try to justify this brother merely in the dream. It is her purpose in her life and motive for her being ill. On account of the intimate relation of dream fear and neurotic fear, discussion of the former obliges me to refer to the latter. In a little essay on the anxiety neurosis, I live and correspond to a libido which has been turned away from its object, has not succeeded in being. From this formula, which has since proved its validity more and more clearly, we may deduce and conclude that the content of anxiety dream of a nature libido belongs to which content has been transferred into fear. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notification so you never miss the next chapter of the dream psychology. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in Dream Psychology chapter 5. Until then, keep exploring your dream because they may reveal more about you than